The real agents of change are always thrilled to hear about the different success stories, their Realty Gift Fund, our favorite specialized nonprofit, all those successes that they are having in the world, because every successful deal leads to proceeds and funds that go to the nonprofit world. Bruce, what story are we going to hear about today?
Let's talk about a single family home in Los Gatos, California. It's in the Silicon Valley. Interesting story for a few different reasons. We have a very close relationship with Fidelity Charitable, who, as you know, is the largest public charity in America. They process $9-10 billion worth of non-cash and cash donations into their donor advised fund pools every year. They have a complex assets team that will take boats, bitcoins, cars, art, and significantly the partial interests of businesses. That's a big part of what they do. And they do say that they take real estate, but they make it really clear that their acceptance policy is very thin on real estate. And the word that's starting to circulate is that they're really just sort of getting tired of real estate, but they can do it themselves. Now, like many other big nonprofits who do accept gifts of real estate, these nonprofits have a process that they put their donors through to evaluate the donors' goals and to evaluate the property itself and to fit everything within the box that they have created as an acceptance process. And so we happened to send an email over to one of our favorite people at Fidelity, just congratulating her on some achievement that she had. And she immediately wrote us back and said, hey, you can help us. We're stumped with one of our significant donors who has a time frame restriction. He had an appraisal on his property. It was about to expire. These appraisals, when you do a non-cash donation, have a shelf life of 60 days. And if you don't close the donation within that 60 days, you have to go out and redo the appraisal. And he did not want to do that. So they called us and said, we have a gentleman who's got a house in Los Gatos, California, Silicon Valley. He has 21 days left on his appraisal timeline. Can you help him out? We were introduced to him on a Friday. We put him under contract on Sunday. We met a broker on Monday to get the property listed. And so we had two things going on at one time. We were processing the donor's donation agreement, and we were starting the process of getting a listing agreement with a broker to sell the property, but we had to stay focused on him. He was our primary objective. He had 21 days to close this donation, or he was going to have to redo his appraisal. We got him closed in 17 days. We had to go to a title company, get a title report. We had to do an inspection. There were 3 inspections: a roof inspection, a general inspection, and California requires some other kind of inspection. We had to pay for all these inspections. We had to not only engage the inspectors, we had to get them to do the work right away. We did that by promising to pay them immediately, which we did. We got the reports just in time. We worked with the title company, and we got him closed in 17 days, 4 days before his deadline, which made him super happy. We then did go under contract. We got 7 offers on this house, none of them rising to the level that we thought the house might be worth. This house appraised for $1.8 million. And I think I've told you, this was an 1,100 square foot home built in 1950. $1.8 million. Only in Silicon Valley. Only in Silicon Valley could that be true. And so it was a bit of a struggle, even in this really good real estate market, to get a buyer to step up to that level of value. But we did get the house under contract for $1,750,000. We were really happy with that. And we finished that process in about 30 days. And we generated $1,650,000 in charitable funds, primarily for our donor advised fund at Fidelity Charitable. Realty Gift Fund kept 2% of that, and all the rest of it went to the Fidelity DAF. I might just finish this little story by saying that without our prompting, the donor wrote to our contact at Fidelity Charitable and asked one question: why didn't you introduce me to these people before? And she wrote back to him, and we were all on the email. And she said, our mistake, Realty Gift Fund is fantastic. They always do what they say they're gonna do. And we're real happy for you. So
I want you to say that again, because you were breaking up a little bit. Tell me what she said in the email again.
Well, her response was, we're really sorry for what we put you through, but Realty Gift Fund is fantastic, and we're really happy for you. So, it's a close relationship with Fidelity Charitable that we have. It's now a close relationship we have with this donor, who has lots of friends and other people in his circumstances, and I'm sure we'll tell the story.
Wonderful story. And just to be clear, as you have taught me, the charitable gifting of real estate is a two-step process. There's the charitable gift and then the charitable funding.
Right.
And so when you said that he needed to close in 21 days, what he needed was that first step, the charitable gift part, where you, as a nonprofit, accepted the gift, got him free and clear of his ownership, got him the tax benefit that he wanted. That was step one. And then step two was listing it, liquidating it, and putting the cash into the nonprofit world. Yes?
Well, that's true. And so we owned this house. We took a deed from our donor, and we were now the owner. It was a vacant house. We had to get insurance. We were subject to the utilities. We had to sign up with all the utility companies in the local municipality. We had to hire a landscaper to do what he had been doing for years, mow the lawn every 2 weeks so that it looked nice for the broker and all of his showings. We became the owner. And but then we did get it under contract. It was a little bit difficult to get it done. That process was slow. The process is slow around America these days with appraisers and lenders and what have you. And our buyers were going through a lending process. So they got snagged by that. It would have closed more quickly had it not been for that process, but that's the way the process goes. We were the happy owner of an 1,100 square foot, $1.8 million home in Silicon Valley. I did have thoughts about flying out there and just staying there for a night to see what it was like. But I can imagine it. We've seen lots of homes like this.
Well, just another one in the books for Realty Gift Fund. Once again, helping the largest nonprofit in this country to close on a property that just put $1.65 million in the pipeline for nonprofits. Thank you, Bruce. Can't wait to hear the next story. Bye, everybody.
Okay, thanks, Cammie.